Don't advertise on Google Ads or Facebook.
What's up, Giants fans, Hub watchers, YouTube subscribers, Twitter and Instagram followers? It's Kush back at it again with another episode of the Just Chillin podcast call-in show. Shout out to everybody in here. We see Lestat in here early. What up, Lestat? I think it's been a while, or maybe I just haven't seen you. Logan in here, Luann in here, Bobby Woodruff was in here earlier. I already got Mike Nixon loaded up in the back as the first member to pop on. Before we get into all of that, though, as y'all see the title, the Giants are 3-1. But the Giants are also pretty much very injured. And then we see more people popping in here. Blue City Empire, Sports Toast, Super Taj World. Appreciate everybody popping in. I appreciate the support. You guys see the new hat. The new hat that I'm rocking out here now. The only thing I don't like about it is that it's so far down that, one, you guys can't see my eyes, but it also does impair my vision. I wish there was a way I could turn this up so it would look a little bit nicer. But there's not much I can do. It's my only bucket hat that I own. But it's a pretty fire hat, man. Expensive, though. Do not buy things at MetLife. Buy them online. This was not worth what I paid for it. Buy it online. All right? Same thing. I went into the MetLife store there, the Giants store, looking to get something. And it was just like, yo, they wanted to charge you like $50 for a polo shirt. Who's buying a polo shirt for $50? They're out here price gouging if I ever saw it, man. Hey, Pizzle, what up, man? Bobby Woodruff, how you doing as well? How tall is KB? Yeah, KB is like 5 foot flat, so take that as you will. I don't know how tall Ash is. For those of you that saw the pictures I posted up on Twitter and Instagram, I was at the game. So was Ash. He came up from North Carolina. KB flew up from Florida. We met up with Justin at the game as well from Talking Giants. It was a great time. I was there with a good amount of my friends as well. KB is 5 foot flat. I think Ash is like probably 5'8", and I'm like around 6'2", 6'3". So when you look at the pictures, yeah, I just kind of stand out from everybody else height-wise. Like, and KB looks like a hobbit. It's kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie. Will Pascal as well. But guys, as you're coming in here, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new, and most importantly, hit that share button so that we get more Giants fans in here. Let me talk about the actual Giants now, though. The Giants are 3-1. We beat the Bears in what was a pretty entertaining game, if I say so myself. I love the legacy uniforms, but even more so, I like the field, yo. I know a lot of people want to keep the legacy uniforms, which I can understand. They do look fire. I personally want to keep the legacy field with the red end zones and that says the Giants in the old font. That looked way more fire to me. Like, it was way more pleasing to the eye and just beautiful to look at from a fan standpoint in the stands than the usual blue we have. I would love to keep that more than anything. That shouldn't be too hard, right, Giants? You know what I'm saying? Listen to the fans. But it was a really fun game, man. Saquon Barkley, 31 carries, 146 yards. Daniel Jones didn't do much in the passing game, but we did focus on the run game. The coaches they learned from what I think was a big mistake last week and that you guys saw me ranting about on the channel last week, and that was that we didn't run the football enough. Well, through Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley, we basically had two running backs out there, and we ran the ball, I think, for over 200 yards on the ground. I think it was maybe even over 240 yards on the ground. I'd have to double check on that. But everybody got a carry, and that's exactly what I wanted. When I came on the show last week, I was saying, why weren't we running the football more? It's the strength of the offense, and it's the strength of the offensive line. You run the ball more. Just by common sense, it gives less chances to the defense for them to get a sack on your quarterback because not dropping back to pass. But also, it sets up play action way better, which we saw work out so perfectly with the bootleg specifically. That's how Daniel Jones got his 2 touchdowns. Those were play action bootlegs. And it also gives more confidence to the offensive line as well. The more and more they win in run reps, the more confident they are when they have to drop back for pass protection reps. And we only gave up 1 sack on the day. And I believe that was on a blitz as well. So I really think we need to run the ball more. I do think it's the strength of the offense. I do think it should be the identity offense for this year. It was a really nice game there. And then the defense stepped up amazingly, especially the guy you see on the bottom left of the screen right here, Mr. Dexter Lawrence, 97, with the captain badge on his chest. Now, I personally think Dexter has been a really good part of this team for years now. But a couple days ago, it looked like he finally took that next step that as Giants fans we've been waiting for. He was the highest graded defensive lineman on our team. I think he was the highest graded player on our team. One of the highest graded defensive linemen in the entire NFL in week 4. Got us 2 sacks, and I think it was like some crazy 8 pressures all up from the middle. Filled in extremely well for Leonard Williams. And this is what I always thought Dexter Lawrence could do. At Clemson, he was somebody that was a pocket pusher. He got pressure from the inside. When you have 2 edges collapsing on the edges, Dexter is that guy that makes the quarterback uncomfortable up the middle. And if you could continue what he did yesterday, he doesn't need to do it at that intensity or that level that he did yesterday. But if you could just give us half or 3/4 of that, game in, game out, and we have Leo come back and we have those 2 up the middle, you're talking about a really formidable defensive line. Of course, our edges and Kayvon and Aziz will have to set the edge better going forward. They have a little bit to improve upon with that. But the defense stepped up tremendously. We didn't let up a single touchdown, only field goals. The Bears were field goal merchants. That's all they did all game long. And special teams was hit or miss. Special teams really disappointed me in the first half of the game, as they have for majority of the first 4 weeks. But shout out to the Scottish Hammer, that is Jamie Gillen, our punter. He had a great punt at the end of the game that sealed it for us. It was fumbled by the Chicago Bears returner. Giants recover, and that was basically the end of the game. With that being said, though, before I bring on Mike, the first caller, the injured part of the title, we are very injured. Daniel Jones, unfortunately, out with a sprained ankle. We're not sure if it's a high or low one, and we all know that could knock him out for a couple weeks. And then our backup that saw playing time, Tyrod Taylor, got a concussion, which that's another thing I want to talk about. The refs really were pissing me off this game. That guy should have been thrown out the game because it was a clear helmet-to-helmet hit. But also talking back to the edges, Azeez Ojulari, just like last week, kept getting held on almost every single pass rush rep that he was rushing the passer on. This man was getting choked out very similarly to the way that I forget the Cowboys tackle last week was trying to choke him out to stop him from getting to the quarterback. And I'm just sitting here wondering why he isn't getting any of these calls. If Azeez, he still ended up having 1 sack yesterday, by the way. It was a strip sack. If he got some of those calls, or better yet, if they didn't hold that man and try to choke him both last week and this week, we're talking about Azeez that has 3 sacks in 2 weeks, and that is amazing. You know what I'm saying? He's living up to my expectations at least, and we'll see what happens there. But we have injuries to the quarterback. We don't know who's the starting quarterback next week. We had 10 injuries in total yesterday. Speaking of Azeez and Kayvon, they both were nicked up after the game on Sunday. They're both saying that they're fine. We'll see what it turns out to be. Julian Love went out early in the game. We had a defensive tackle that went out early in the game. We had a couple wide receivers that went out during the game. There was just injuries all around. It is what it is. Latin 08, what's up, man? I see you in there. Josh, what's up, man? I see you in there as well. I will drop the link in the chat right after I get my members on. So shout out to Mike Nixon, and let's get him on. What's up, Mike? How you doing, bro?
Yeah, what's up, Pub?
You're...
Man, it feels great to be 3-1.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while since we can say that. But, I mean, I know...
I thought it was longer, but since 2011.
Mm-hmm. Now, I know we have some difficult games, but, I mean, the Packers, the only thing that worries me is the running game. Because honestly, who is Rodgers going to throw to? And the receivers haven't been all that good. But I do know, I realize that it's Aaron Rodgers. He can make something out of nothing. But I think if Daniel Jones plays on Sunday, we have a very good chance of winning.
Okay. I mean, he is our starting quarterback. You know what I'm saying? We saw Tyrod came in, and it's funny. Ash was sitting right next to me. Hey, y'all know Ash has a little bit of an agenda to push, but he said Tyrod is gonna come in and start slinging the football. I said, yeah, he's gonna start slinging it to the other team, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened, man. Yeah, obviously, genuinely is our starting quarterback, and it seems like that was the game 4, that Kafka and Dable sort of figured out how to use his best strengths, which a lot of it is in his legs rather than his arms, to get the ball moving down the field. We just need somebody that could be a starting type of quarterback for us. And the guys that we worked out today, by the way, guys, so we worked out Brian Lewerke, who was on the team in the spring, and he was also on the practice squad last year, I believe. We worked out AJ McCarron, who I thought was retired. This man, I feel like AJ McCarron has been in the league for like over 15 years now. I'm not sure if we worked them out, but I know that Davis Webb is on the practice squad, and that is who I would want to start for us. Like, I make a lot of jokes saying Davis Webb is the true successor to Eli, like going back to 2017 when everybody wanted to see him play. You know, he's a true savior to New York Giants, but he looked really good in the preseason. And we just need a game manager. If we could get our run game going, if we get Saquon Barkley, not just him, but other guys in the run game, such as Matt Breida, who needs to get a bit more carries. And I feel like Matt Breida might get a bit more carries now that we don't have Daniel Jones basically acting as the second running back, and maybe even involve some of the tight ends a little bit more in the run game.
Yeah.
That we have a really good shot in the upcoming games. By the way, shout out to Daniel, shout out to Mike B in the chat. Go ahead there, Mike. And then there's a question in the chat that you actually asked backstage that we'll get to.
Okay. I was gonna say, thank God you didn't say the other name that they worked out.
Who else did they work out?
Jake Fromm.
Oh yeah. You know what's funny? Like, I saw that and I just didn't let it stick in my head, man, because I was gonna have an aneurysm. But I don't know why we worked out Jake Fromm, but we did, yeah. I don't want Jake Fromm starting for my team this week, man. I'm not waking up. For those of you that live on the East Coast, and it's worse as you get more and more west in the States, because it's a London game. On the East Coast, you got to wake up 9:30 in the morning to watch it. If Jake Fromm is playing that game, I'm going to keep it real with you. I'm still going to watch it, but, like, I'm not waking up at 9:30. I'm probably waking up, like, halfway through, to watch the second half or something.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Just get Davis Webb on there and get AJ McCarron as the backup for Davis Webb. I don't know, man.
I mean, Daniel Jones is day-to-day. Brian Dable did say that yesterday.
To be fair, Brian Dable says day-to-day like with every single player, and we don't know how long it actually means.
Yeah. Sure. But, I mean, hopefully Daniel Jones can play on Sunday. And I'm right there with you. I would rather see Davis Webb start than any. No, Mom, it isn't.
Like, the other options aren't particularly great.
Yeah.
And Davis at least has been with the offense since the spring, so it's like that counts for something, you know?
Yeah. And I mean, I truly believe in that. I mean, Davis Webb did not get a fair shot with the Giants from his rookie year because of what they did to put Geno Smith in for.
Hey. Put some respect on Geno Smith's name. This man is one of the best quarterbacks currently in the NFL, all right? That's all I'm going to say, Mike. Have you seen the numbers he's putting up?
Yeah.
Who would have thought, yo, sitting in 2022, 2 of the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL right now, like by production and completion percentage, are Geno Smith and Jared Goff.
Mm-hmm.
And the Rams. Now, I wouldn't say the Rams are missing Jared Goff, because in the end, their trade worked out. Matt Stafford helped them get a chip. But right now, they wish they didn't have Matt Stafford at quarterback because he looks really, really bad right now. Yeah,
Yeah.
Josh in the chat saying Smith outplaying Russ. That's low-key a fact. Also, Josh, if you got Twitter, take pictures of that Andrew Thomas legacy jersey and post them up there, man. There's 2 jerseys I gotta get, just in the future. No particular timeline. I'm definitely gonna get an Andrew Thomas jersey. It's no secret he's one of my favorite players on the Giants. And whenever Sterling Shepard retires, I'm gonna get a Sterling Shepard jersey.
Yeah. Yeah. It's what a tough break for Sterling Shepard. He comes back from the Achilles injury and now he tears his ACL, man. I feel so bad for him. what else did I wanna bring
Well, let
up?
me get this question from the chat. First, let me get a couple comments from the chat right here. What up, Will? How you doing? Toe says, man, I wish the Giants home jersey wasn't all blue. I want some stripes or red or anything. I agree. I know we're called Big Blue, but we have 3 colors. We have, funnily enough, like a good amount of teams in America. We have red, white, and blue. We got the American flag colors. Involve a little bit of the red in there. Involve a little bit of the white in the jersey in terms of striping or something. That's kind of what makes the legacy jersey so like beautiful and so catching to the eye, is that it's not all blue. It doesn't just blend into the background. They have a little bit of pop in them. I would actually want a brand new jersey for the Giants, and I would hope it's something like a really crazy good design. I can't think of anything. Just the Giants, they'll hire whoever worked on the Chargers uniform, because the Chargers uniform are always fire, to make like a new Giants uniform. But I would like that too. Mike B says, forget the Packers. We about to blow Rogers Muffins cap back blue. Listen, his name is Karen Frogers. It's currently Green Bay Packers hate week. His name is Karen Frogers for the time being. That's what I'm going to say.
Yep.
And let me get the question here from Blue City Empire Sports. He says, hey, Hub, what's your thoughts on Landon Collins having to work out with the New York Giants? So I'm going to give mine, then I'm going to let Mike go. I'm really indifferent, which is kind of weird for me to say because, like every Giants fan, I was a huge Landon Collins fan when he was with us. I'll never forget that man was legitimately a Defensive Player of the Year candidate and lost out to Khalil Mack in 2016. No disrespect to Khalil Mack. He's a dog. We know what he is. He definitely deserved it. But, like, Landon Collins was doing things from that safety position that year that was just completely next level. With that being said, since he left the Giants, I think it's a very fair statement to say he's not close to the player that he used to be. And even if we were to switch him to inside linebacker, I don't know if he's better than what we have in Jalen Smith right now, the linebacker position. So, like, where exactly would he fit in on the defense in terms of depth chart-wise? Scheme-wise, I guess I could see him fitting really well because of all the blitzing that this defense would do, but he would also end up being a coverage and liability. And it's like, I think that's why we signed A.J. Klein, who's not too much of a coverage and liability, the linebacker who was with the Bills for, I think it's like the past 2 to 3 years. And he was a good linebacker with the Bills. And I think part of me thinks that us signing him is kind of a sign of us not going to sign Landon, because once again, if we were to bring him in, I don't think he's playing safety. I'm just going to put that out there. And in terms of, like, a lot of people say he burned bridges with the Giants and stuff like that, I agree. I was very angry at the time because it just seemed like as soon as he got with Washington, he just started just taking a crap on the Giants for no reason. But at the same time, looking back at it now, he was more so doing it towards the front office and regime at the time, which are gone, right? So there's no reason for us to hold a grudge there. Go ahead, Mike.
I mean, yeah, Landon Collins was one of my favorite players on the team back when he was with us. And I used to have a Landon Collins Pro Bowl jersey, but somehow it got lost during my move.
Could have renamed it to a Peppers jersey for the short time we had Peppers.
Yeah. But, I mean, you pretty much stole the words out of my mouth. Like, if we even brought him in, like, I don't want him to play safety because he's terrible in coverage. And
also, let's keep it real, bro. We got the world's next best safety, Xavier McKinney. And
Yeah.
whenever my guy Junior Love is healthy to come back, Junior Love has been one of our best defensive players the entire year before he went down.
Mhm.
Like, and I'm gonna take some credit. There's a lot of things going around in this Giants team that's like I kind of called months in advance. I said months in advance. I'm comfortable with Julian Love being my safety on the other side from Xavier McKinney. He's been doing
Mhm.
a damn good job, man. By the way, Luan, what's up? How you doing? Yeah, I didn't know they're bringing in Drake Fromm. I hope that he's, I hope that he's not
Yeah.
signed. Please don't sign him.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mike. Finish up your thought.
All right. So anyway, I remember what I was going to ask you. So Aaron Robertson was put on IR
Mm-hmm.
today, which means he'll be out for 4 weeks. And honestly, I don't think that he'll get his job back because Moreau or
Yeah,
whatever,
Fabian
however,
Moreau, through I think it's like
he,
1.5 games he's had something. He's been pretty
yeah,
good, for us.
yeah. So I think we might have found a short-term solution at cornerback too. Short-term meaning like we can get by through the season with him as our cornerback too, and maybe draft one or pick up somebody in free agency if there's any good names out there to pick up.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it just feels good that we're 4 games in and we don't have to talk about the draft.
Yeah. Mike, let me get your
But
last thoughts though. Looking forward to Green Bay because I just realized I've actually had you on for about a good 12
yeah,
minutes now, and I need to get
yeah,
Bobby on. Go ahead, man.
all
Let's
right.
look forward to Green Bay a little bit. What do you see in this game? What do we gotta do? And then the next 4 games are gonna be a hot topic for Giants fans. How you see us doing in those
Mhm.
4?
I think we split, meaning that I can see us losing to the Packers and Ravens, but somehow beating the Jags and Lions. And
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not blow them out, but it will be close.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing I want to say:
Yeah.
how would you feel in the all season about trading for Calvin Ridley?
I honestly don't know. Mostly because I don't even know what Calvin Ridley's contract situation is. Would we have to
Mm-hmm.
re-sign him or something like that? And the wide receiver market keeps going up as we saw Christian Kirk for
Yeah,
crying out loud.
yeah,
Not only that, I got no problem with Calvin Ridley. I think he's a really good receiver. At that point, he'll be out of the NFL for what is it, a year, right? How long
yeah.
is this suspension? So I do worry about
It's only for this year.
yeah. So what I was saying though is I do worry about game fitness because we even see
Mm-hmm.
it this year right now with our own players. Kayvon
Yeah,
still looks like he has a little bit more way to go to get back into game shape, and he didn't even miss a
mm-hmm.
whole year. He just missed a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
Um, and you see it around the NFL as well with guys that are returning from like injuries and stuff. Not saying that
yeah,
Calvin's returning from injury, but he is returning from basically a year off of NFL
yeah,
activity. I'd actually
yeah.
be way more comfortable trading for somebody like DJ Moore, and I know that sounds a bit uh confusing, but one, I think DJ Moore is a way better receiver, way more proven receiver. Two, he's
Mm-hmm.
already signed, so it's like what the cap situation is. It is expensive, don't get me wrong, but it's like it's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be less than whatever Ridley might resign for, and if
Yeah,
that makes any sense. And I don't know, I just like DJ Moore as well. But Mike, thank you so much for calling, man. Great as usual. I'm glad to have you back. Know you were gone for a couple of weeks. Hopefully next
yeah.
time we talk, it's after a W against the Packers, man.
Yeah, hopefully, bro, that would be great. And I mean, it can happen. Dable just has to stick to the run,
Mm-hmm.
stick to what's working, and we'll see results.
For sure.
Anyway, huh?
Yeah.
It was good talking to you, bro.
Yeah, man. And let's get this defense continuing. I like the way our defense performed. Have a good one, Mike.
Yeah, you too.
Before I pop on Bobby here, let me get a couple of these comments here. Shout out to Jacob. I don't know if I said what's up, man. What's up? How you doing? Um, I did read the Jake Fromm one, and then Blue City says my thoughts on the OBJ visiting the New York Giants yesterday. First of all, Josina Anderson, you know what you did with that first tweet. You know exactly what you did with that first tweet. For those of you that don't know, Josina Anderson, who is a very reliable source, by the way. I mean, she was the one that first broke the Odell getting trading news, for crying out loud. She tweeted out that Odell had like a formal visit with the Giants. That's what she tweeted out first. And then like 10, 15 minutes later, which is a lot of time in the internet world, and it's a lot of time for news to circulate, 10, 15 minutes later, after other reporters came out and said, no, it wasn't really a visit. He was actually just visiting old friends, not necessarily the Giants. She then tweeted out, yeah, he was actually visiting some old friends at the facility. Now, I will say, we're not stupid. We're knowledgeable fans. Him visiting old friends, he could have done that straight to their houses. Him doing it at the Giants facility is a little bit, it makes you look at the situation a bit sideways. Probably it is an informal visit of some sort. But I would love to have Odell back on an extremely cheap deal, first of all. I would love to have Odell back, man. I would love for him to come back and retire a Giant. I personally never really had a problem with Odell as a New York Giant. Do I think it's going to happen? I don't think so. It all depends where his priorities lay. He already has a Super Bowl ring under him. If he wants another one, he's probably going to go to a team in a better position to win a Super Bowl. You know what I mean? If he wants to, if he's getting sentimental about his career and he feels like he's going to hang him up in a couple years and he wants to end it the way he began it, maybe he chooses us. Either way, any team that gets Odell, they're not really getting him till November because, he has to still recover from the injury that he got in the Super Bowl, unfortunately. But even Odell before that injury still looked really good. Like, he was giving Tampa Bay Buccaneers fits in that, was it a divisional or the championship game? I forget. And before he went down, was giving the Bengals fits as well. He looked good with the Rams last year. Let me get the next caller on. It is Bobby. What's up, man? How you doing, Bobby?
How you doing? I signed up for your thing. I told you.
Thank you so much, Bobby.
Oh, not the first level. What's the second level? I forgot.
Is it a coach?
$4.99 a month. Yeah, coach. I'm a coach.
Yeah, you're a coach, Bobby.
So now I'm gonna coach. I love your hat to begin with.
Thank you. I like it too, but like I said earlier in the stream, they charge so much for it at
How much
MetLife.
do they charge you for your hat?
It was like 45.
Oh, that's bullshit. Oh, sorry.
I mean, I agree with you though.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
But where were you sitting when you went to the game?
I was sitting in section 310. And, I didn't get to speak about that in my reaction video. I thought I wasn't going to like sitting there because of how high it was. But actually,
see everything.
I was going to say, going forward, I think that's where I'm going to get my seats because I could see everything. It's not like the players look tiny. You could see the players' good size. And I could see the sideline too. That's probably my favorite part. When Daniel Jones went down with his injury, the people that were sitting high up knew before everybody else because the broadcast, there's always a delay with the broadcast. And sometimes even then, the broadcast doesn't pick up on it until Tirado goes in. And the people below us, they can't see the sideline. I was seeing DJ on the sideline. He's not getting ready to go back into the offense. Me and my friends are wondering what's happening. Everybody around us wondering what's happening. And we're all seeing him run along the sideline. We're like, oh no, he's injured. Right. So those seats were amazing, yo. I'm gonna keep it real.
Me and my brother went to a Jet game. We saw everything. We went in November one time. And it was Thanksgiving week. Near Thanksgiving, and it was warm. It was like 80, 70 degrees out.
Yeah.
So I think still run Barkley. That's the best thing to do. And those knuckleheads we had before never did that before.
Yeah.
Remember that Philadelphia game when he ran over 100 yards?
I remember. Bobby, last week, I don't know if you were on I can't remember if you were on the show last week, but I was ranting. Why didn't we run Saquon or any of our running backs a lot last week against Dallas? Because that is the strength of our offense, and it's also Saquon. He always breaks out one. But
Yes.
this week, we ran so much, not just with Saquon, we ran with Daniel. And I think now that Daniel's out, we don't know if he's going to be back for Green Bay. I think we're going to use the rest of the running back core more, which I hope for, because we have good running backs. We have good running backs.
Barkley as a quarterback. It's like, what's that called? Wildcat?
The Wildcat, yeah.
Yeah. And then, I like get Breeder in there more too.
Yeah.
The receivers stink. We know that. What's his name? Wants the ball. Can he catch it? No. Mr. $72 million man can't catch a ball. Right in his damn hands, and he drops it, right? You agree?
I can't hear you. Can you speak up a little bit, Bobby? Sorry.
You agree with the pass when he caught it, he dropped it?
What player are you talking about?
The 72 million man.
Kenny Galladay. Are you talking about from last week?
Kenny Galladay, yeah. He dropped the ball. Right?
You talking about from last week?
Yes.
I mean, yeah. Wait, why are we talking about last week, though?
Because the Chicago Bears.
He dropped the pass against the Bears. Oh, I was thinking about the drop against Dallas is what I was thinking about.
Yeah, Dallas, he did that too. Oh,
yeah.
The ball more.
Yeah. Did he drop? You know, to be honest, he wasn't really like I could have sworn he got 0 targets or something like that against the Bears.
He dropped one. I'm pretty sure it was right in his hands. Daniel Jones threw it right in the hands, and he dropped it. And I loved how they used Daniel Jones running out of the pocket.
Yeah.
What's that called again?
That was the bootleg, I'm pretty sure.
Bootleg. That's it. Bootleg. Yeah. He messed up that defense so badly. I think we're gonna beat Green Bay.
Without Daniel Jones?
Yeah, I still think we're gonna beat Green Bay. I think the defense is gonna molest. What's his name?
Karen Frogers.
Yeah, the one that what name you use for him. I think we're gonna have like 7 sacks on it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Mike. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think so Mike is correcting us right now. I don't think Kenny Galladay had a single target during the game. It was Darius Slayton that dropped the ball.
That's why he did drop the ball.
That was Darius Slayton.
Oh, that's him. Yeah, I remember that call. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
That. Yeah.
Let me get this comment from Mike real quick. The member comment. He said, "It's always good talking to you, Kush. Appreciate it, Mike." About football, a little off topic. It's crazy to think that LeBron will be the all-time leading scorer this season. We have to have a watch party. Yo, remind me, Mike, whichever game it looks like is going to happen, I'll definitely do it.
James? You like Queen James? Oh, yeah.
What do you have against him?
I don't like that guy. He ruins his teams all the time. Did they make it to playoffs last year? No. What happened tonight? Do you remember what happened tonight?
62.
Yeah, baby, my boy. Cashman should get popped in the head. Pooh. That's right. And the defense are going to be all over. I'm telling you right now, he's going to be all over Aaron Rodgers. I'm telling you. We're going to stop that running game. And like Mike said, who is he going to pass it to?
The running game is definitely the scariest part of the Packers offense. They have a great two-headed monster with Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon. If Dexter Lawrence has a game like he had this game, then 100% we can stop the running game. But I think that's what it's contingent on, right? We need to Dexter played at honestly a superstar level this game.
Oh my god.
And I think that he is a really good player for us.
Yes.
I don't know if he's gonna consistently put out superstar numbers, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I think so.
I would love for him to do that, but we'll see. It's gonna be a real test for this defense because we did hold Khalil Herbert, who had 124 yards rushing before he played us. I think he still got around 77 yards on the ground, but it wasn't like 77 yards that killed us because obviously they didn't score a single touchdown. So we'll see what happens.
McCaffrey, we hold him to 82 yards.
But we did have Leo for at least half that game. That's the thing.
Yeah, I feel bad for the guy. He's a great guy.
And if anybody knows, put in the chat if there's an injury update on Leo.
Who's the next person on next for me?
Mike Green.
Can I say hi before I leave?
For sure. You want me to pop him on now?
I know you're going to ask me for my last thoughts.
Not right now. You got a little bit more time. I was going to read another comment from the chat.
Oh, yeah.
Josh says, do we think Nick Gates will start a game this year? I heard he's making good progress.
Yeah, he is. I heard that too.
I heard the same thing. What do you think? Do you think he comes back this year or you think he's going to take a little bit more time?
I think you don't want to worse him back. What that leg did, oh, that was horrible.
Mm-hmm.
That was like that quarterback from the Bengals. He had that same kind of injury, right?
Bengals?
Remember he injured before the Super Bowl the year before he
Oh,
injured
Burrow?
Yeah, he
I don't
injured.
think Burrows was as bad because remember, Gates has been knocked out for basically 2 years.
Yeah, I know. Okay, maybe he will come back this year. Yeah.
If he
Let's
does,
go.
it will be amazing. It will be amazing if he does because it will be an early recovery.
Yeah, he's a great guy. I like him. Like,
Yeah,
wow.
I got a chance to meet him at FanFest. Took a picture with him. He's a great guy. Yeah,
Yeah. Who else did he meet during
that
the
was
game?
the only guy I met at FanFest. I'm hoping to meet.
No, I meant at the game he went this year.
Oh, so just fellow YouTubers, Ash, Kid Blue, Justin from
Oh,
Talking
you met Kid
Giants.
Blue? Oh, you
This
know
was the
Kid
second
Blue?
time meeting Kid Blue.
Yeah, you met Kid Blue. Yeah,
Hmm.
because he comes to your channel.
Yeah,
He came all the way to Florida to watch a game.
he came from Florida to New Jersey.
And I can't come from Vermont to a game. I should have been there. How much was the tickets? Do you remember?
So I got the tickets months in advance. I think they were
Yeah.
120. But the good thing is, I heard
Yeah.
people were buying the tickets day of, and they were like $40.
Yeah, because you go on StubHub and get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't ever buy it from the other one. Never buy it from. I can't remember the other.
Ticketmaster?
No, the other one, the new one. The Priceline. Prime Time. Don't ever buy Game
Oh,
Time.
I've never heard of that app.
Yeah, it's a new one. Don't ever do that.
Mm-hmm.
I did it one time. I got screwed up. So let's bring. Am I all done or what? I talked.
Yeah, I'll bring on my green now. But first, let's
Yeah,
get your last
go ahead.
thoughts.
Yeah, and then I give you my list.
Mike, say what's up to Bobby, man.
I'm Mike Green. He's the one who played professionally, right?
Yeah.
He's the professional.
Good evening, fellas. How y'all doing?
What year you played again? You said.
It was 2012, Bobby. What's
Yeah,
going
that's
on?
why you beat the Patriots. Yeah, they stink. Hey. But I think the best thing of the game this Sunday is going to be the Giants' defense and the running game. That's what's going to happen.
For sure.
I think Barkley's going to get over 200 yards.
I would love it.
Man,
3 touchdowns.
I can see it happening, man, because he's been an absolute monster. He
I
holds
know.
the franchise record. Saquon Barkley right now holds the franchise record for most rushing yards through the first 4 games of a season of a New York Giant with 463.
So are you an Aaron Judge fan? I'm Mike Green.
I really don't follow baseball like that,
Oh.
but Aaron Judge has been playing out of his mind. So
I know.
I heard he got 62.
Yes, tonight. I was dancing around.
So that's the all-time record for the Yankees, right?
Yeah. Well, no, not for the Yankees, for the whole.
For the American League,
Yeah. Because
I think in the National League, Barry Bonds still holds the record with 73,
I don't
right?
want to hear Barry Bonds. He's a no. That you got to put an asterisk on that guy.
That's a conversation for another day. Everybody was doping up.
No, I know, but that's how he got so. How many home runs does he have?
73.
Yeah,
3.
that's how we got him. Steroids.
We ain't gonna let the steroids go. I see.
What?
We ain't gonna let the steroids thing go. I see.
Well, that year I was so mad when I broke it.
Bobby,
Yes,
let me
he
get your
did.
last thoughts, though, man.
What?
I said, let me get your last thoughts, though.
I told you the defense is going to dominate the Packers, and then the Giants are going to run pound on them.
But
Slap some butt.
how many times do you think we sack Aaron Rodgers?
I say 7. I
Okay.
think 7. If we could get to Justin Fields, we're going to get to Aaron Rodgers. He can't run for thing what.
Mm-hmm.
He's like in the pocket. No, he's going to get 7. Mark my words, 7 sacks.
I'm waiting for it.
Okay, guess what we don't have this year? Do you know what the Giants don't have this year? I know,
What?
I just heard it. Just take another step for the defense. That's important. They give the Dallas Cowgirls that guy in the backfield. What does he do? We don't have any interceptions this year.
Oh, you said stat. I thought you were talking about a person. Yeah, we're the only team in the NFL through week 4 that has 0 interceptions.
Who cares? We got tons of sacks. We're gonna sack 7 times. But I don't think he's gonna be able to.
That interception number will change soon enough.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe this one. Aaron Rodgers throws it up like crazy. He's like Brett Favre. But you guys are awesome. Mike Green, you're awesome. And, of course, the hub.
You're awesome, too,
You're
Bobby.
awesome,
Have a
Bobby.
beautiful evening,
I
man.
try to be awesome. Don't tell me I'm sweating.
Thank you for calling in, Bobby.
Okay, no problem. Be good.
You too, man. Before I get to you there, Mike, let me read a couple comments from the chat that came through. What up, Yuvraj? How you doing? Yuvraj was at the game, and I forgot, but you should have texted me on Twitter or Instagram or something, man. I would definitely love to meet up with somebody, a subscriber at the game there. Blue City Empire Sports says, fun fact, the New York Giants are 2-0 playing in London. Yeah, I know. I know that as well. Y'all know when it comes to the New York Giants, I'm a superstitious guy. I've only worn one single jersey this year. It's been that white one right behind me. I'm going to continue to wear it for like the entire rest of the year because it's worked out for the most part. Yeah, we're undefeated in London. We beat the Ravens in 2016, and I forgot who we played before that. I think it might have been the Jaguars. I might be wrong on that. But the 2 games we've ever played in London, we're undefeated in. I'm just going to put that out there. You know what I'm saying? Your Virgin asks, does Davis Webb have mobility at all? Seems like we need mobility to run the offense. I agree with you. I don't know if Davis Webb has mobility. I would have to go back and look at his preseason highlights. I don't think it's near close to what Daniel Jones's legs are, though. I'll put that out there. Mike Nixon says, I think Dayball should see on Thursday if he will practice. Shout out to Giants Opinion Sports. Jim says, what do I think about Andy Isabella? Then let me give out a shout out to Hazelnut22, NYG31, Nova Nebula, and everybody else that popped in. Let me speak about Andy Isabella, and we'll use that to open up the conversation right here, Mike, because there was a couple wide receivers that were released today. The Giants had a couple people brought in for workouts. Obviously, wide receiver is a position that fans are looking at because, well, we have one of the worst wide receiving cores in the NFL. With Andy Isabella, I'm not as big as a fan, I guess, as I've noticed other Giants fans are. Is he probably one of the best guys that were released today or like the past couple of days? Yeah, you know, I think he was either a first or second round pick for the Cardinals, so he definitely has a good amount of talent coming into the NFL, but he never really did anything once he got to the Cardinals, never really broke that starting 3 wide receiver core. He's been there since 2019, and he's had chances. D-Hop wasn't always there. D-Hop, yo, Mike, tell me real quick, did he get there in 2020 or 2021? DeAndre Hopkins, 2020, right?
2020.
Yeah, D-Hop got there in 2020, and still at that point, you got D-Hop and Christian Kirk. I don't know why Andy Isabella couldn't make that 3rd wide receiver spot, and we all know Christian Kirk isn't nearly as good as his contract says he is. You know what I'm saying? And it's like Christian Kirk left, and now I know they have Rondell Moore, and I don't think you draft Rondell Moore if you think you have a dog in Andy Isabella. So I'm not saying he's trash. Don't get me wrong. And I understand if fans think that he's the best available guy because there's not really anybody available. But like I've seen some fans on Twitter kind of getting over the moon about him. Just like, what's with the hype? Go ahead, Mike.
Well, first of all, good evening. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Secondly, we played the Dolphins in 2007 in London. We won 13-10.
Okay.
And then we played the Rams in 2016 where we won 20-10. Because that was Landon Collins' breakout party.
Mm-hmm.
And him and DRC had a field day with picks.
And that was one where he had that long pick that almost became a pick 6, I remember.
Well, it did become a pick 6 in London.
Oh, it was a
remember?
pick 6, was it? Okay, yeah, okay, then cool.
Yeah, he broke plenty of tackles, showed his running back skills.
Mm-hmm.
And they got visited. It's amazing how him and OBJ is in the building at the same day. You can't make this up.
Yeah, like 2016 all over again.
Facts. Well, we got 2016 type vibes, Hub. We are 3-1. You know, I did say before the season
we're starting off
started,
better than we did in 2016. We started off 2-3 in 2016.
True.
So I wouldn't call it 2016 vibes. We better.
Facts. but we still went to. We getting playoff energy is what I'm going with here. We getting playoff energy. Um, this wide receiver core, it'll make you. You know what? If you don't drink, you might invest in a few bottles after watching some of these wide receivers that we have. Like, you might pick up an alcohol problem before you know it. You won't give a damn about your liver no more because the stress is unbelievable. But this team shows guts, shows heart. And this passing game got to click eventually. It gotta click because we can run on anybody. And you know what? I'm saying it here. I'm saying it now. We're beating the Packers this Sunday in London. Aaron Rodgers is a Hall of Fame QB. He's done a lot in this league. But when we're competitive, when we actually have a squad that's scrappy, that fights, he struggles against us. Then he ain't got no Devontae Adams this year. And
I think their
everybody try
best
to
receiver is old man Randall Cobb.
Yes, it is. And the Patriots was getting to Rodgers. Rodgers was forcing turnovers. Like,
Yo,
this team.
I was in the car with Ash and my friends coming back from the Giants game, and like we had the Packers Patriots on Ash's phone. And when I saw the score, I was like, isn't Mac Jones injured, bro? Like, this is a tie game against the third string quarterback?
No, Bailey's out, bro. Yes.
Against the third string quarterback, it was a tie game that went to overtime. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
Take from that what you will.
I already took. They're getting their asses kicked Sunday. That's what I took from it. They're simple. You know what? I put it like this. The disrespect that we still get, even though we 3-1, is unbelievable. Like, folks calling us the worst 3-1 team in NFL history and all of that. Like,
you know why I'm not bothered by that, bro, and why I'm like, how do I say this? Why I never care when, the media or other fans say that, because to this day, people still think the 2011, 2012 New York Giants are the worst team to ever win the Super Bowl, and I'm just like, you didn't watch Eli Manning go God mode in the playoffs. Like statistically, season-wise, I can kind of see why you say that. We had the worst offensive line, worst run game, worst defense. But that should even go more to show the God mode Eli went to, because he carried all of that to a Super Bowl and won it. You know what I mean? But that's why I'm never bothered, because we still get called the worst team to ever win a Super Bowl, that 2011 team.
As a guy who is very close-knitted, I could tell you defenses knew we were going to throw the football, and they couldn't do shit about it. Like, they designed coverage to double Nix, to double Cruz. But here's the problem. You can't double everybody. That's why Manningham went off. That's why Ballard went off. Every blue moon, Travis Beckham went off. You had weapons everywhere, to the point to where you're saying to yourself, okay, we can't let them kill us. Now you don't open back up the superstars. So, yeah, that 2011 passing game was unreal. I'm trying to see, how can you be so bad when a quarterback almost threw for 5,000 yards and had the most TDs in the fourth quarter? Still to this day, like, their record still ain't been broke yet. I'm just saying, not to mention the comebacks that year. 2011 was one year we down 10 points in the fourth. You can send your chip. We'll come back. We got it.
Yeah.
So somehow Eli make a play. We'll get one stop we need. We'll score again. We'll go home with the dub. You had that confidence every single game.
Yeah.
In 2011. So, but I know the haters is gonna talk. It is what it is. Everybody slurping these flocks in Philadelphia, like they the greatest thing since sliced bread. They coming.
Yeah.
They coming.
Let me get a couple comments real quick. Hazelnut, this was referring to the Aaron Judge thing. All-time record for the AL in like 122 years. That's definitely an all-time record, man. NYG31, what's up? Nova Nebula says you put an asterisk on every stat in baseball if we want to go there. That's what I was saying to Mike. Throughout sports up until now in the modern era, and you could even still argue now, everybody is doping up on something, bro. In the modern era, the players are all just, you know how high on pain medications they are? With the hits these player takes, everybody's on some type of medication. So that's why I'm like, I'm a casual baseball follower, so because of that, people might say my opinion is not valid. But that's why I still think that 73 home run record by Barry Bonds is legit. And I know that there's a huge controversy because I think he wasn't allowed to be in the Hall of Fame because he got caught on steroids. But once again, like, everybody was doing steroids at that time in the MLB. Getting back to football, though, and some more other comments here. Yovrod says, I think with a limited DJ or Davis Webb, we're probably going to lose in a close game unless Saquon has 200-plus rushing yards, 50 receiving yards, multiple touchdowns. I think it's going to be a close game no matter what. I don't think we need Saquon to go for 200-plus rushing for it to be a close game. I think if he does what he did this game, which is like 140, I think that's going to keep us in it. But also, there is a caveat. What I said earlier, we got to use Matt Breida and the other running backs because DJ is not there to be that quote-unquote second running back. We need to use our actual running back committee. I see you got something to say, Mike. I'm gonna let you go real quick. I'm sorry, my bro. Let me just get these comments because the chat is flowing. Let me scroll down here. Nova says, fellow Giants fans, let's be real. They getting lit up by the Packers. It's all good though. I'm not worried about it. We'll see. And then let's see here. Hazelnut saying Andy Isabella's from his alma mater, UMass. I didn't know he was from UMass. Ludi City Empire Sports says the last time the Giants were 3-1, they won the Super Bowl 46. I said that in my reaction video. I'm not insinuating anything. I'm just reciting history. The last time we were 3-1, we won the Super Bowl. Just take that as you will. And what up to Mr. C? Go ahead, Mike.
We could use Saquon Barkley, Matt Breida, and Antonio Williams, who was just signed back to the practice squad. We could use all three to keep everybody fresh.
Don't forget Gary Brightwell.
And,
Gary Brightwell's on the team. He's not on the practice squad, yeah.
I mean, but we use him on special teams. But we could use him too. But this is going to give 2020 Seattle Seahawks type of vibes.
I was kind of thinking the same thing, but I'm not sure which game that was going to be. Because if it's not this, then that it's going to be the Ravens game where we all know Lamar Jackson is playing like a MVP right now. He's not the reason they're losing games. They're missing Wink Martindale. That's why they're losing games. And I'm going to say it before. I know I'm getting ahead of myself, but I'm just going to say that's going to be a Wink Martindale revenge game. I know I'm getting ahead of myself there. Bo Carr, he says, no concerns with stopping A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones. No, I am concerned. I said it earlier. I'm like, I'm not going to sit here with a complete blue lens on. That run game is the strength of the Packers offense. That run game is legit. We going to need Dexter Lawrence to put up very similar numbers he did this week come this Sunday for us to hope about stopping those guys. Though I think we're going to stop him now. I don't think we're stopping both of them. I think we could lock up one because there's two different running styles. You know what I'm saying? You got Dillon, the Brandon Jacobs type. You got Aaron Jones. He could run hard, but he's more the Amar Bradshaw type. You know, we've seen that before. So it's like you could probably stop one. That's not to say it's going to make the game impossible to win, but it's going to make it hard. Go ahead, Mike.
The Packers run game is not something that's going to be new to us. Just think about this. Ever since this season started, we had Derrick Henry, had Christian McCaffrey, Zeke Elliott, Tony Pollard. Then we just had Herbert this past week. Top running backs is not nothing new to us, so we will be able to shut down this running game and get pressure on Aaron Rodgers. David Bakhtiari is one of the best left tackles in the game, but he is still coming off an injury. And more than likely, Azeez Ojulari going to be over there. Azeez Ojulari.
Can we talk about Azeez against the Cowboys and against the Bears just keeps getting held? I said it earlier. If he doesn't get held, he has like 3 sacks through 2 games, bro.
This man might as well apply for the WWE, bro, because he been getting choked hold ever since he done got back on the
Exactly.
damn field. And the referees is
And the
acting
refs
like
don't
Stevie
call it,
Wonder.
man. You know what's crazy? And I said this before too. I'm like, in my opinion, Aziz right now is better than Kayvon right now. And I think it's because he's not a well-known name that he's not getting these calls. I'm not saying Kayvon is not gonna be. Kayvon obviously has a larger ceiling, but right now Aziz is the better player in my opinion. And the only reason he's not getting calls is because like he's not a big household name, and that's just refereeing in the NFL, man.
It's not that he ain't a big household name. Nobody respect us, Hub. We
No, but
still
you
being
see, like
disrespected.
Kayvon, I think got a holding call though. Like that's why I say it.
Yeah, but look, but Brian Dable had the bitch and complain for him to even get that one.
Mm-hmm.
They hate us, bro. Why? I don't know. Maybe because we beat J Jesus and Cleats twice and they haven't forgiven us for it. I'm sorry, but Tom Brady won't get 9 damn rings. He got 7. That should be enough, but that's a conversation for another day. I think
Mm-hmm.
the league is still pissed off that we made everybody lose their money back in '07 when we beat these folks undefeated. They haven't forgave us for it since because they said we were supposed to lose, but we did not. And they are trying and doing everything possible to get sneaky revenge, like letting offensive tackles hold our best DNs slash linebackers and just look at it like good play.
Mm-hmm.
Like so, but if we do it though, it's a hole. But if they do it, it's a good block. Bet. I see where we're going with this. Cool. Cool. But one of these receivers got to step up. Somebody got to want to be great.
Mm-hmm.
Darius Slayton, can you please get your head out your ass and
Can you
catch the
catch the
ball,
ball? Now, and
please?
to be fair, because like I said, I had a first-hand great view. Two things. I'm gonna let y'all give me a chance to finish the first thing, Giants fans. That ball was underthrown. Let's call a spade a spade. That ball was underthrown. But also, Darius did a good job of readjusting to get the ball in his hands. And it just seems like every single time he gets the ball in his hands, he drops it. He did readjust. The ball was in his hands. It was in his chest. And he still dropped it. It's like, yo, just can you hold on to the football, bro? Like for real.
It's confidence. It's confidence. You know what? We got 2 receivers on this team that lack fucking confidence. Ken Goddard lack
I don't
confidence.
want to hear his name, bro. You better not say his name on this channel again, bro. I'm just gonna say that. We shall refer to him as he who shall not be named. Moving forward.
Oh man, yeah, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. But I'm just saying they lack confidence. It's like they don't get a lot of targets, and when they finally get a target, they're overthinking. Like I gotta make a play. I gotta make a play. That you don't even think to do the first thing to start the play, which is catch the damn ball because
Mm-hmm.
you're so anxious to prove I need more targets. Look what I could do that you mentally fuck up the easiest part of the play.
Yeah.
And then when you don't make it, and now DJ done lost all faith and trust, like, yeah, let me look somewhere else. You know what? I use my legs. It's safer. I trust me before I trust them.
I
And
can agree with that on Slayton. On he who shall not be named is very tough, but like I'm really not trying to talk about that particular man that has a degree in legalized bank robbing right now. Like, let's talk about something else, man. Look, I got a question for you, Mike, because I will have to pop you out soon to get the next caller on here. But in terms of
say less.
let's say DJ is not cleared to play this Sunday, and under no circumstances should Tyrod Taylor be cleared to play this Sunday because the NFL they play too much with the concussion protocol. So
Yeah,
basically
that's
we have
over
to
with.
bring up somebody. I think Davis Webb is probably the best option, but we did bring in other players. Any of those players that you might have liked from the quarterback position?
Davis Webb is going to be the best option to win. They're only bringing other people in just in case he get hurt.
Mm.
But Davis Webb, if Daniel Jones cannot go, Davis Webb is starting quarterback.
The savior, the original successor to Eli. Never forget.
Right, that part. The Davis Webb is starting. And you know what? Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Should we bring back Alex Bachman?
I don't know why we haven't, to be honest with you. I don't know why we haven't. It's a good question.
And second one, I know we talked about this last time, but would you give up a first round pick for would you give a first round pick?
Your audio cut out. Can you repeat that?
Hold on.
While you get that figured out, Mike, let me get these comments from the chat real quick. Hazelnut says, Giants win with a patchwork wide receiving corp. Completely correct. Shout out to Mike Kafka and Brian Dable for working around that. How do y'all figure, like, literally nobody is playing? What are you talking about there, Nova? Let me continue. Hazelnut says, the rookie Romeo Dubs is really good, and their other wide receiver, Christian Watson, is starting to come around. They do have two rookies there that could do something throughout the year. You're right about there. So, right about that. Sedan says Eli is clutch. Eli was amazing. Michael says, Hub, you about tall. Ash, you like 6'7". No, I'm like 6'2", 6'3", bro. Everybody else around me is just short. That's just what it is. And go ahead, Mike, repeat your question. Mike?
I was saying is that would you trade a first rounder for DJ Moore?
This year?
I know we talked about this last.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nah. Because I need that first rounder to get my next quarterback, yo. After I get a quarterback, I'll be good with trading for DJ Moore.
So, okay, Hub, if we make the playoffs, we're going to be very low in the draft. You don't want to keep DJ? See what he can do in his offense, YouTube weapons?
Nah, there's two reasons why. All right? There's two reasons why. One, the injury. I feel like so many people are ignoring one of the biggest problems with Daniel Jones, and that is he is injury prone. We Giants fans were so quick to slap the label of injury prone on Saquon Barkley, but when it comes to Daniel Jones, a man that is consistently injured every single year, and we see it this year, it like they just forget about that, right? He is injury prone. I don't want an injury prone quarterback to be my quarterback. One, and two, even though he's played relatively good so far this year, and he continues that performance, let's say we do make the playoffs, that's not the type of performance that's going to get you to the promised land in the Super Bowl. We need better than relatively good, in my opinion. Eli was better than relatively good. Like I was saying earlier, he went God mode. He went elite mode in the playoffs.
Yeah, but he had help to go elite mode, though. Who did Daniel Jones got to throw to?
I think I said earlier he did it, though. Like specifically in 2011. And yeah, I would agree with 2007 because, he had a great O-line, great defense, good enough receivers. In 2011, though, nah, that was all him. And once again, the other thing that fans are forgetting is that there is a clock. There is a timer that is at nobody's fault but the fact that the NFL works on a timer, and DJ's timer is gone. His 4 years are up. He's not going to be cheap to keep anymore. Even if you sign him less than the franchise tag, that's not a cheap quarterback. Any quarterback past to the second contract is not cheap. Oh, yo, did Manny pop out? That was the next caller. Damn it. Let me see if I can message him. Oh, man. Manny was supposed to be up next. Go ahead, though, Mike.
I mean, I put it like this. We'll deal with DJ down the road, but we gotta get this man some help. Like with Tony and Wanda Robinson come back, we'll see what we got then. If the person to not be named decide, you know what, I am an NFL player, maybe I'll catch a few balls. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
But something got to happen with this passing game, or something I've said since the spring. A reunion might be in play.
We'll see. I would love for a reunion to be in play. It will be more towards November, but I love it.
Okay, Hub. Let's. Okay, you grown on ground, right? Who goes to a team facility just to visit friends?
I'm not denying that. I'm sure you were in the backstage earlier when I said what I said.
I don't know. What did you say?
I said that was basically an unofficial visit.
Pretty much. Cause you ain't finna tell me you just go holler at Stanley Shepard and Saquon and others and not say hey to John Mara, not go talk to Joe Shane, Brian Dable. You gonna FaceTime this man. But you ain't gonna go say hey face to face and have a conversation? Nah,
That's what I'm saying. But either way, it's
nah.
not gonna be till November, and we need somebody to step up right now until November comes. Basically for the next month and a half.
Gonna need Kadarius Toney to be the first round pick he was drafted to be. Need this man to get healthy and be the first round pick of 2021 that he was drafted to be.
Mm-hmm.
Do whatever you need to do to take care of your body. Let the coaches know that you're ready. And I guarantee you will be featured number one as a number one receiver in this offense. Because we don't have one. But that can be you.
Yeah.
Because who they thought supposed to be a number one is not. Richard James, I appreciate everything you've done. But no. No. David Stills. You know what? If Odell Beckham Jr. come back to the Giants, David Stills, on principle, should give up number 13. You're disgracing this number,
I was gonna
son.
say, yeah, if OBJ wants it back, but he might want to rock number 3, which would be available since Sterling Shepard might be gone or whatnot. But yeah, shout out to Philly Notion in the chat. Y'all don't know if you know Philly Notion, Mike. Obviously, he roots for the wrong team. He roots for the Philadelphia Eagles. But he's a good friend of the channel. And also got a great channel over there. He says, salute to the Giants for mastering the art of pretending. I think you mistook your own team there. The Philadelphia Eagles are the masters of the art of pretending. The Giants are the best pretending 3-1 frauds of the league. I think you mean the Philadelphia Eagles are the best pretending 4-0 frauds of the league. Says the wins don't look pretty, but salutes Giants Nation for holding their own. So he does give a little bit of respect. And then he says, extend Daniel Jones. Listen, we'll get the best quarterback in here that we can. All right.
You know what? I say it like this. Philadelphia Day is coming. Right now, I want y'all to enjoy this ride that y'all on. Y'all think Jalen Hurts is the savior. He's the next big thing. I want y'all to keep that same energy because it's going to come a time where the league is going to figure out what you're doing. Then we're going to really see how good Jalen Hurts is to where you're going to have to beat people with precision throws outside of scheme. Because eventually scheme is going to run out.
I'm actually a fan of Jalen Hurts. We'll see what the Eagles do. I don't think the Eagles are playing sustainable football at all. I think they are going to collapse. I think that the Eagles ain't going to go nowhere when they hit the playoffs. Because they are going to make the playoffs. But when they hit the playoffs, I feel like they're in for an awakening.
So. You know what? I'm going to tell you what's going to be their biggest test, Hub. Dallas in a few weeks and us. Because everybody else is kind of soft on the schedule so far. So they're not really going to have no tough competition until they play the contending teams in this division. Because, we can't say Washington Commies are the contending team. They are who we thought they were. In the words of the late great Coach Green, they are who we thought they were.
Mm-hmm.
So, the Eagles' day is coming. Y'all having fun right now. Fly, Eagles, fly. Even though it should be fly, Eagles, die. But, it's cool. It's cool. Because I got a few people that are Philadelphia fans, and they haven't shut up yet. In their mind, they're finna win their second Super Bowl in 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. We'll see.
Let me.
But
I was
we'll
gonna say
get to them week 14.
let me get these other comments here. Beher Blanco, I'm sorry for mispronouncing that. He says, I'm gonna call Darius Slayton having a 100-yard game against the Packers. If he does that, Darius, that ain't happening, man. I might have to do something crazy if Darius Slayton has 100 yards against the Packers on the channel, bro. I don't know, man. I might have to do something crazy, but I don't see that happening. Nova says, can we just chill in a desperation, throwing everything away on a receiver in a rebuild year until we could see what Tony and Wandale do when healthy? That's what I was saying last week, and kind of what I was emulating a little bit here. I'm just like, I want somebody to step up rather than going out to sign somebody. I feel like the Giants are gonna be drafting a couple specific positions this year. I feel like wide receiver is one of them. I feel like in the 2023 season we're gonna see a very different wide receiving core from what we're seeing right now. And some of that turnover is gonna come through Joe Shane drafting his own guys. Another one of those positions I think that we're going to draft a little bit might be nose tackle, unless there's like, there's some good defensive tackles on the market because we're very thin there, and linebacker, unless they just, they feel strongly about the rookies that got injured coming back healthy.
I mean, the rookies were impressive, but if we draft anything, this is coming from a guy who loves to catch the football. Can we get a center? Can we get a center?
I would love to draft a center, yeah.
No, I mean, let's go and just get the final piece, or one of the final pieces of this offensive line, because even though everybody want to get rid of DJ, even though I can see
corner,
DJ
so
coming
far,
back,
you're right. I would definitely try and draft the number 2 corner as well.
We can get that in free agency though,
I'm trying to stick to the draft as much as possible. So whatever they decide to do in free agency versus whatever they try to do in the draft, I'm gonna trust them on. But I'm just throwing out positions right now.
I got you. Understood. The needs, basically, the needs of the team.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem with that. You know what? Jair Alexander is hurt for the Packers.
So is he out this game?
And yeah, got a groin injury. He out for a few weeks. So
if somebody would love to step up on the Giants wide receiving core, please do it now. It's not like we got somebody that when I heard what you just told me, I'm be like, oh, this dude is gonna feast, because I don't know. I hope somebody feasts, but I don't know.
You know what? I don't know if Wandale and Tony are going to come to London and play. I think they'll probably be back for the Ravens game. I'm not sure. But this is, oh man, he's going to get the targets. They're going to try because he's the deep threat. And you can throw the ball against the secondary. So Darius Slayton is going to get opportunities this upcoming Sunday to not only redeem this season, but possibly redeem his career.
Mm-hmm.
Because if he can step up just a little bit, one, you can allow people to get fully healthy.
Yeah.
You ain't got to rush them back. And then two, that's a confidence booster for who's ever throwing him the football. There's at least somebody that could pose a threat in the secondary to open up Saquon. Because I'm going to tell you what happens. If Darius Slayton catches one bomb, just one, Saquon Barkley going to run all over Green Bay because they ain't going to be able to stack the box.
I was going to say, I don't even think that's necessary. I think Saquon's going to run all over them no matter what. He's been running all over all 4 defenses we played this year no matter what. The only reason he didn't have great stats against Dallas is because for some reason they didn't run him as much as they should have in terms of carries. But Saquon Barkley is the best running back in football. He's going to run all over them no matter what, man.
Of course, all day, every day. Enjoy 26. Mm-hmm. But what I'm saying is that it'll be easier, Hub, because they can't force 8, 9-man boxes no more. They got to respect the passing game.
I think the thing is that it would benefit a dude that if they decide to use him, like I was saying, it would benefit the guys behind Saquon more. It will benefit Matt Breida more. Because Breida, he's not going to be chopping it up in the backfield through the tackles like Saquon is, you know what I'm saying? If we give it to Williams or Brightwell, Like, and I once again, yo, Mike, I really think we need to use the rest of the committee this game because we ain't got DJ's legs. So use your actual running back core. If Darius Slayton, like you says, somehow, some way reverts back to his rookie year form and actually catches a football, it's gonna help out those guys more than anything.
And then also what they'll open up too, open up the tight ends, tight ends on this team, but a lot of people ain't talking about. This is the best tight end group we've had in a while.
Yeah, you know what? I actually agree with you. It's not like we have a star tight end or even a great receiving tight end. We just have 3 really good guys. Like, we have 3 guys that know how to block, and we have 3 guys that can catch the football, which is all you need. They're not great. And one of those 3 guys, you guys know how I feel about Dan Bellinger, I think can develop into something, but we'll see. Philly Notion says, the Giants better not lose to Washington. We disrespecting Washington like that, bro. Even when we were trash, we beat Washington. The only reason we lost to Washington last year is because Joe Judge wanted to QB sneak. All right? Washington, we own Washington, bro. Come on now.
Oh, let me make sure I get this straight. The commies, really? The commies. The same team that cheated our asses in week 2, that the league admitted it on. In week 18, the team didn't give a damn. They was ready to say Cancun. That's the only reason they won, really. Them, the same ones that just got smashed back-to-back weeks. Them guys. Oh, okay then. All right, that's what's up. Yes, we own the commies, bro. They know it. We know it.
Listen, they command in last place in the NFC East right now. That's the only thing they command.
Say what?
I said the only thing they command in is last place in the East right now.
They're going to be commanding that spot for a hot minute. Because, I'm sorry, but we ain't losing that many games like people think we are.
Mm-hmm.
We're really not.
Mike, let me get your last thoughts, though, because I think I'm going to close up the show right here, man.
All right, man. Hey, Giants fans, don't worry, man. We got Green Bay. The Giants are back, bro. Believe in Big Blue, and let's keep this winning train going, man. Don't lose faith after one divisional loss. Different squad, different coaches, different players, different attitude. Love y'all, man. Go Big Blue.
Go Big Blue, Mike. Thank you so much for calling in, man. Hope to see you next week as usual. Have a great one, my boy. And shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure, guys, as usual, you share out the stream. For anybody that missed it, hit the like button, smash that subscribe button. I'll see you guys tomorrow night for Young Guns. I believe it will be on Kid Blue's channel. And then, I don't know if we're going to be streaming the game this week because it's so early. Probably not. We're looking forward to Giants versus Packers, man. Guys, put your final predictions in the chat before I dip out of here. I'm going to say that, well, I've picked the Giants to win every single game this year, and, it's kind of worked out well. If we have Daniel Jones, which I'm expecting not to, I think we can win. Other than that, I'm not going to give a win or loss yet, honestly. I'm going to wait to see who the starting quarterback is for that game. I'm going to wait to see. But I don't think it's going to be a blowout that most NFL fans think. Every single game we played this year has been extremely close. That's what I'm going to say. But guys, good night. Stay safe. And I'll catch you later.